Hello friends, welcome back to the Mothership. A couple weekends ago, my fiance and I spent some time at a resort down in Mexico, and one of the things I enjoyed the most on the menu was their smoked pineapple. I talked to one of the chefs and he gave me a rough outline of how to cook it. It's pretty simple, but what we're going to do today is try and recreate that and make this delicious smoked pineapple spears. Let's get started. This is a fresh pineapple. What we're going to do is we're going to cut off the bottom. We're also going to cut off the top. And then we want to cut it into spears. So to do so, I'm going to first cut this sucker in half. Like so. Then I'm going to cut like that and like that. I'm trying to avoid the core here. Just take the core out. Then we want to get the exterior off, so just try and cut around the exterior. And we're left with this, which is our spear. I want to get a whole bunch of those. Perfect. That's what we are looking for. Now, the gentleman at the resort was not the most descriptive on the ingredients. We're going to wing it a bit here. But he did tell me that we use tajin, which you can find at basically any grocery store, brown sugar, and salt. So I'm going to take about a teaspoon of salt, half a tablespoon of brown sugar, and a half a tablespoon of tajin. Mix them all together. And you know what? I think we're going to want some more tajin in there. So let's go with, I don't know, a little bit more. So that's probably about a teaspoon and a half of tajin, maybe two. I think that looks good. Tajin has got some spice to it, so adjust based on how much you want. Of that, saltiness, I don't think we want super salty. We do want to add extra sugar on here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to coat this down completely. All of our little spears are going to get this delicious mixture on top. And I'm just going to keep recreating this ratio till I get all the sides of our spears covered. And these look pretty good to me. So what I'm going to do is put these onto my smoker. Now I actually have my smoker already running for a different cook. So these are just going to go on there and I'll show you what we're doing. All right. Like I said, I am actually doing another cook right now. This is for some burnt ends I'm doing. But we're just running the pineapple on the smoker. I'm running about 250 degrees, getting some wood chunks on there to get as much smoke flavor as I can. But we're going to let that run for about 20 minutes, and I'm going to give them a good flip and run it for another 20 minutes. Pretty simple, but it's going to be delicious when it's done. The heat's going to caramelize the sugars that we added on the exterior and the sugars that are in the pineapple. And the smoke's going to add an extra level of flavor. And that tahini's got a nice spice to it, so it's going to be real good. But we'll come back in 20 minutes and we'll give her a good flip. Okay, 20 minutes in, these just got a nice flip. They're coming along nicely. Going to start to get a little more color in the next 20 minutes, but they are definitely softening up, which is what I want to see. I'll let them keep running. Again, 250 is about the temperature I'm looking for. Yeah, keep adding some smoke on there too. As far as smoke, guys, don't put too much and don't use really harsh wood. Definitely use like a fruit wood. I think I mentioned that earlier, but we don't want to go overly harsh on these because they are fruit, essentially, pineapple. So we'll come back when it's time to give them the old taste test. But for now, let it keep doing its thing. Now this is absolutely one of the easier cooks, guys. Basically, we're just taking a full pineapple, cutting it up into spears, adding in some extra sugar with that brown sugar, adding in some salt just to give it a different flavor on there, and then adding some tajin, which if you go down to Mexico, it seems to be on just about everything. It's got a lot of spice in there. It's really, really good. And when you add it with the sweetness, it really comes together into a great flavor. Now these are super easy to cook. As you saw, we basically just threw them onto an already going smoker for about 40 minutes, flipping them once. So this is a great thing you can do on your regular just barbecues. You can have it as you're cooking something else, toss them on, give something some finger food for everybody. But this is what we're working with. It looks really, really good. Oh my goodness, delicious. You can see the smoke on there because it's gotten a little bit darker. It smells fantastic. But most importantly, let's see how we did. Fantastic. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Honestly, the smoke adds a different dimension of flavor, and the pineapple is just waiting to absorb that smoke. So I need to harp on this. Don't do anything super harsh. You want a light smoke on there, but it adds a lot of flavor and complexity to an already delicious flavor, which is that pineapple. That extra brown sugar also adds some caramelization, so that's really, really good when you get that high temperature. And then the tajin, fantastic. It's really got a lot of spice on there and some lime. It really comes together really, really good. And then a little bit of salt in there just really makes everything just work really well together. This is fantastic. Honestly, for your summer barbecues, guys, this is super easy to do, and I highly recommend doing it. Everyone's gonna love it, especially when you're doing something heavy like a brisket. Having a light flavor like pineapple really just brings everything together. And honestly, with pulled pork, I bet you this would be fantastic on top of a pulled pork slider. So this is obviously a quick one, guys, but I wanted to throw something out there you can do with your barbecues to add a little bit extra flavor, a little side or an appetizer or something like that. Something that'll bring your flavors together. Really think the pulled pork idea is really good. Might have to do some sliders with these on top. But that being said, I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you do with your fruit? Do you do any sort of fruit on your grill or your barbecues? Do you do pineapple at all? Love to hear down below. But most importantly, get out there and cook something absolutely fantastic. And I'll catch you on the next UFO barbecue. Bye-bye.